Welcome back. Public trust in law enforcement continues to be a big conversation across the country, from transparency to accountability. And one local college student has built a platform to tackle some of those conversations. Joining me now is Jaser Talapoff, who just finished his second year at the University of Florida. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're from Orlando, and you actually started a podcast called Trust the Badge. So talk with us. Tell us about why you started this and kind of how you came up with this idea.
Absolutely. So starting Trust the Badge happened during the pandemic for mainly two reasons. One, because of the outrage I saw on national news after George Floyd was killed. And unfortunately, I believe that many police departments who were not involved were disproportionately affected. And I believe I had to do something about it. And second of all, I saw it locally in my community where I was volunteering at my local police station. So as a result of those two reasons, that's why I started Trust the Badge and continue to do so today.
Yeah, and you're doing this all throughout your studies at UF. You started this in 2021. Talk with me about some of the guests you've had on. I know you've had some really notable ones, including some local ones from Orange County.
Yes, ma'am. So I've actually had the sheriffs. I had Sheriff Lima, Sheriff Mina, and I've had U.S. congressmen such as Andy Barr and former Congressman Mark Molinaro. And most notably, I've had now FBI Director Kash Patel on the podcast. And I've had such the privilege to interview these guests and learn what they have to say, because they're leaders in our community. They're leaders in the public who understand what happens from day-to-day life for law enforcement especially. So I've had the privilege to interview them and learn from them.
Yeah, and I've listened to a lot of those episodes, and you also have a forum where you can get ideas from people, have people pitch new guests. Talk with me about why you think it's important to build this trust between the community and law enforcement, because in today's day and age, we know that that trust has been kind of broken.
It's important to build that trust because it's so necessary for our community to have the relationship with their local law enforcement. Because without that relationship, it's difficult for the community to really give law enforcement what they need, and as well as vice versa, the other way around. So I believe in order to have that relationship, both sides need to come to a middle ground and to have that sort of trust that's very necessary in order to, for example, fight crime and resolve matters that will ultimately serve both sides.
Yeah, and it's been really interesting to see kind of these law enforcement officers and even Kash Patel kind of off the clock talking more just about their lives and how they got into law enforcement. And
right.
Talk with me about, you've worked with a lot of them. Of course, we know departments can make mistakes publicly. What do you think is the best way to rebuild that credibility to help kind of restore that trust?
Sure, so there's no doubt about it, right? Police departments and law enforcement, they make mistakes. Just like the rest of us, they are humans, but they have the opportunity to serve and protect their communities, which is why it is so different for them. And they have a much higher standard to uphold to. But what I think communities should do to really understand law enforcement, well, first of all, listen to the podcast. But other than that, I'd really advise them to understand that they're humans just like the rest of us. They just have a different purpose, and that purpose is to serve and protect. That is why they have such a high standard that they have to hold to, and to learn these different tactics of de-escalation and managing mental health situations that are fairly new, and it's something that law enforcement continues to strive to do today.
Right, and you're still in college. You're going into your third year at UF. Congratulations.
Thank
out for
you.
Summer. But as you look towards your future, do you think you'll pursue a career in law enforcement?
I've considered it. I've definitely considered it. I'm not exactly sure for now, but at UF, I am a pre-law major, a pre-law track on the political science major. And I've really considered law enforcement, but it's something that I'm still thinking about.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us in studio. You can head to trustthebadge.com. We'll have a link to that over on our website, wesh.com. Thank you again. And we know you have a lot coming up this summer, so we'll be listening to your podcast.
Absolutely.
But heading into the Memorial Day weekend, of course, law enforcement's going to be very busy. It's a long holiday weekend, Eric. We're really all looking towards that forecast.